Tubers, tubettes, the ever widening circle of crazy people. Welcome back to the little channel. So today's video is going to be about 12 days after the typhoon and how May and I are doing without any electricity. So the short answer is we're doing just fine. We've learned to adjust and adapt and simply change our routine, which in my mind is probably a good thing. We haven't, the first couple of days, we were dazed and confused. Talk about being discombobulated. We had trees falling down. We were stranded for a day and a half, maybe 2 days up here in the mountains where we live, up in Appalong. And because there were fallen trees and fallen wires, and we didn't know, we just couldn't get past them. And so for a couple of days we were up here, and fortunately we had enough supplies, and we were equipped with lights and flashlights and rechargeables and stuff like that. We have butane so that we can boil water and cook food. And we don't need air conditioning up here because it is just 10 degrees cooler here than it is in most places, such as even down in Valencia or especially down in Dumaguete. So May and I have considered ourselves to be blessed in that aspect. If you want to put a bad news spin on it, we're going to be the last to have our electricity restored. There were a ton of trees that came down. There were a ton of concrete and wooden poles that got knocked down. And so we're on day 12, and it's looking like we're going to be a full month away from having electricity restored. And then after that, who knows how long it'll be before we get any kind of internet connection here at the house. So obviously doing videos and things like that has been challenging. We have to go somewhere that has internet and try to upload them and all that jazz. So that's a big deal. We have actually just had sort of kind of like some fun with this. Now that we know nobody that we know is hurt or injured and thankfully alive and all that good stuff. Our hearts and prayers, of course, go out to those that were hit a lot harder than we were. Dumaguete itself, the city of Dumaguete, is remarkably free of debris and damage. The businesses are up and they're running. The only big change that May and I have had to make is we have no refrigeration, so we eat out every day. It's difficult to cook, say, dinner because there's no light. We have light, but it's not light. You know what I mean? And so we just said, okay, we'll just reorganize the budget a little bit and we'll start eating out. And we eat locally mostly. They are up and running. Valencia has gotten some power restored. A few guys I know, they were out of juice for 3 days only, and they got restored. Dumaguete seems to be doing just fine. I would never ever try to predict any numbers here because I don't know any. I honestly don't know what's going on around the world or even around the Philippines because the information that I get is just so scattered. And our time on the internet or trying to get news is very limited. We were told about an internet cafe that's just down the street from our house. A lot of times that one is fully booked because people are working online. These people have to make a living. The interesting thing was I heard one woman fixing some guy's computer when I was in there. Another guy was making sales lead calls for Keller Williams Real Estate, 6,000 miles away. And another guy was doing something with another appointment setter. I couldn't quite figure it out. But they have cubicles in this internet cafe. And one day or a couple of days now, May and I were able to get in there and set up shop for an hour and a half and upload some stuff and try to do this and do that. I really want to apologize to people that I haven't responded to their emails. There's just too much going on and the time is just too limited. So I decided to shoot this video here at the house while we have daylight and give you that little update. As far as not having any electricity and life changes, May and I are totally cool. We're totally happy. And we haven't found it to be that big of an inconvenience. Once the first couple, 3 days kind of got out of here and we were all discombobulated, we just simply settled into a new routine. It's time to adapt. It's time to adjust. It's time to, life isn't easy. And life will often deal you different hands. I love the phrase that, sometimes when you're at your low, what you think is your lowest point is really, in hindsight, you look back and you say, well, that was really good for me. That's what I needed. I needed to go through that. I'm thinking that because I believe in God's perfect plan, that this is something I needed, that this shook me out of my little comfort zone that I rolled into. And it's been good for me to be disconnected from the world. It's been good for May and I. It's brought May and I closer. We spend more time together. We laugh a lot more. We're telling each other jokes. We're trying to make each other, we're just entertaining one another. We're still meeting up with friends. We're still able to go around. We've been going to different restaurants that are open. It appears that Dumagetti has got a little financial boost from all this. Unfortunately, it is from Cebu that really got clobbered. And our hearts just go out to those people, really do. But that being said, our hotels out here are like at 90% capacity. Today is my oldest son's birthday. He's 35 years old today, so a shout out to him. I'll keep his name under the radar so people don't harass him. And yesterday was May and I's 3rd anniversary. So happy anniversary to May. I got her a little gift for Christmas, and she decided that for Christmas she wanted to take me to a resort. Initially, she wanted to take me to the Henry Resort, which is down on the boulevard. We stayed there one time, and it's really pricey. It's 4,500 pesos per night. And so, but she wanted to be extravagant for our anniversary / Christmas present to me. And God bless her, we went down a couple days ago and went to the Henry to see about getting a room, and they've boosted it up to 8,000 pesos. Which is understandable, and they're damn near full. So what did we do? We adjusted and we adapted. And May got, when we were at the cafe, internet cafe, May got online and found another resort that is 3,500 pesos. And that's where we're going today. And we're going to go there this morning, and we're going to hang out all day. I think that it's going to be, and we'll vlog from there. We'll make some videos from there. I don't know what we'll talk about, but we'll figure out something. And I just want to let everybody know that I appreciate all of your well wishes that I've received. I am so sorry that we have not had the ability, the time, the internet connection to address all of them. We're kind of doing the best we can with that, but it's all good. We are good. Sometimes you've got to walk through fire just to have some of the impurities burned off of you. And then you come out more refined. And that's how I feel this experience is. I'm glad I'm going through this experience. Many people that I know that I've had coffee with down in Dumagetti and whatnot have been bemoaning the fact that they can't get online, they can't get on this, they can't get on that. And I feel you, brother, whoever you might be. There's many of you out there. I was kind of like that at first too. I was kind of negged out. It's like, oh, I can't do this. Oh, I can't do that. And it came out to like poor, pitiful me. It's like monarchy. My grandfather grew up. He didn't even know what electricity was because it hadn't been invented yet. They built the Roman Empire without electricity. So you're telling me that me and May can't get through a few days or a week or a month just because it's a little uncomfortable. Well, life's uncomfortable. And so to me, the victory comes in overcoming the attitude, overcoming the obstacle, finding a way around it, getting creative, and making the best of a bad situation. The proverbial make lemonade out of lemons. And so, yeah, we go to bed at a different time. And yeah, I've bumped into a number of things in the morning when I'm trying to find the light to turn on. And but at the end of the day, we are just happy and grateful that we're not hurt. Again, our prayers go out to you and yours that have been through a much more debilitating situation, loss of house, loss of property, and God forbid, loss of life. So we just want to thank everybody. This will probably be the last video that I have the ability to post this year, this month. And so once again, I just want to thank you guys for tuning in. Stay tuned in. Feel free to leave a comment. God knows when I'll have the time to get to it, but I promise you, I love reading them. All right, so from me and Baby May, we want to wish you guys a Happy New Year. And I'm glad I hope you had a great Christmas. We'll talk to you next video.